Okay, today is August 9th. It's a Saturday, so we're going to talk a little bit today on this ride about Friday's jobs report, and maybe a little bit about the upcoming week, and a little bit about what happened last week with that the bear rally, which I think is to be expected. I know there was some talk about that. Anyway, I always forget to start out with, hey, most important thing you can do for me today is click the subscribe button. I put out maybe a weekly video. I do stock market analysis on my desktop, and I like to combine it with a bike ride as an oral discussion point. So that's kind of my theme I'm going to go with, or start with. And then I throw a bunch of other stuff in, like I had to fix this motorcycle, 32-year-old motorcycle, over the week. So I got to compose it all on Camtasia and put it all together and upload it. But that's tomorrow's plan. This one will go up tomorrow as well. I did a walk around that'll also go up tomorrow as well. So wish me luck. That's a lot of work. The editing takes longer than making the video, no doubt about it. And I've only scratched on some of those features. I got to pay for that software now. I wasn't gonna when the bike was broke. I thought, oh, I guess that's the end of this, but nah, I can't just give up. It was just rewiring. So here's the new thing. Doesn't even look right. So I had multiple complaints, not on the YouTube channel, but my mom and a good friend of mine, Lacey, said, why aren't you wearing a helmet? Well, first of all, part of motorcycling and enjoying it is, you know, to get the great outdoors and you get a great field of vision. But yeah, you can bang your head, and I very rarely go up on the highway anymore, especially on this older bike. They're just designed for 55-mile-an-hour highways back in these days. But a full face helmet definitely wouldn't work to orate these topics and whatnot. So I'm going to start out with this. I got this with the Harley, that I always keep all the accessories when I sell the bike. But it actually fits pretty good. I put on my black riding coat. It's a little cooler today, or at least this morning. It's about 20 after 11 Central Time. So we're going to give a quick ride and shout out. And I don't know, I kind of feel like Taco Bell. I said that yesterday and I never made it. So maybe I'll go there, get me a kickstart and taco box meal. I don't normally eat junk food or out that often. They don't even go out often. But, okay. And I'm on my center stand. I figured out how to use my center stand today. Been riding motorcycles for 30-some years, and I just figured out you don't have to yank on it to get it up. Now let's see if we can get it off without me falling over. Hey, look at that. Just like I said, I did watch a YouTube video on how to do it, so I'll tell on myself a little bit. All right. So anyway, we'll just run down the hill by my favorite shell that you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about, and then run down GV until we get to Taco Bell. All right, let's talk stocks quick. So, we had a real hot jobs report on Friday. But one thing I want to remind everybody listening to me is that a lot of these reports are written by politicians on a blank Word document. So they tend to reflect within reason what they want. So if I was the president and I appointed somebody that made the jobs report, I'm betting that that person that got appointed probably don't want to piss me off real bad, right? Same with the CPI report that comes out next week, which is an indicator of inflation, consumer price index is what it's called. So I think actually the CPI is a little more important. I do think that's a manipulated report as well. Back to the job report, we had actually a hot one. I did not expect that. I do expect unemployment to rise. I do believe we currently are in a recession. We met the definition of the market dropping over 20% and 2 quarters in a row negative GDP. So the second quarter got a new reading yesterday. Second quarter 2020 good because they only last 12 to 18 months, or 18 to 24 months. Going around my ground alone. Bear with me. Gotta quit looking at the camera and watching curves when I'm doing that. Anyway, we're not going very fast anyway. So I would say my prediction was that we would have a rip or face-off bear rally. What that means is when you're in a bear market, a downtrending market, which we are, it's the 20% drop in the S&P 500. You'll get these swing ups, and they just rip your face off fast. And a lot of times they're driven by a thing called options trading. It's mechanics in the market when people place bets or puts, they're called, or calls. You can buy or sell them. The people they buy them from are called market makers, and they have to hedge that in case the person's right. So what they do is they often go out and buy the stock when somebody buys a put on the stock, which is betting it'll go down. In essence, they drive the price up. And I believe we saw a lot of open interest, which is a way of measuring all that, come off this last short holiday week, so we only had 4 days. So we didn't end up with a nice increase. It made my long accounts look really good. And I do think we're getting close to a bottom soon. I say that and probably 15% more. Right now the S&P trades around 38.90-ish, give or take. I don't remember what it closed at Friday. I fully expect that to drop all the way to 32.50. And heaven forbid this slides into a recession, or not recession, because we're already in that, a depression, which to my knowledge has only been one in the entire existence of the United States, but we sure seem to be breaking a lot of 30, 40, 50-year norms, so we're actually 100 years due for a full-blown depression, which would wipe, I think you gotta have 4 negative quarters and 40% loss, but I would imagine that would wipe out about 80% of wealth. Anyway, I don't want to scare anybody because that's not my prediction yet. My recession prediction came true. Now we're looking for the bottom. That's what's next. So where I was going with that is based on Fibonacci retracements, which is a tool to measure retracements of ups and downs in the market. If you go from when the bottom of COVID happened to the top of the all-time high in 2021, December or whatever, maybe it was the beginning of January 2022, year end. Well, but what's happening is that you go by a retracement level, and a common retracement level is 61.8%. And that would put us back at about 3,300, 3,250. And I do believe that's the bottom. We've hit all the way down to 3,650. And I keep buying these dips knowing we're getting close to the bottom. So we'll see what happens. I do think we'll revisit 3,650. Maybe, probably next week. And maybe even start the next leg down lower, which I will buy again. And when we hit that 3,200, I'll push all the chips in 3,250, 3,300. Depends on how the metrics work out. All right, I'm gonna flip you around the other way. Then we just drove by a cop. You probably wondered why I'm so animated talking to a phone on a motorcycle. But we're going under the speed limit. He's not mad. All right, I'm gonna flip you around. All right. So now you're looking out front. We're on our way to Taco Bell here. We're hitting Ledgew's business district, I'd call it. We got the Brew Tap House, the Luna Coffee House, the Be Alive, who knows what it is, Waterford Wine and Spirits, Pearl Vision, Arby's, a lot of truck stops, Burger King, and a Quick Trip, of course. Not too many corners, there isn't a Quick Trip anymore. We're going to go under the bridge up here, and on the right will be a McDonald's and a Taco Bell. And we're going to stop in at that Taco Bell. I'm going to treat myself. I haven't treated myself to anything but rice and taco mix in a long time. Guy in the moped, I just waved at him, he didn't wave back. Guess he knows he's not cool enough to wave at me. That's neat. And I'm gonna wrap this video up here too. I'm gonna keep trying to make these shorter, but I'm up to 11 minutes again. You can see up on the right the McDonald's and the Taco Bell. There's a roundabout I gotta get to. If I wouldn't have been recording, I would have cheated into the left lane and stuck back over. Getting complaints about my safety. Alright, here's where we turn it. Get this before we'll get in here and I'll reverse the camera again. And then we'll finish this video up. Like the back in always. Oh, bear with me. This ain't even a spot. Well, it is now. Oh yeah, I keep putting it on the side stand and then I look. Alright, so here we are. I'm already hot, the helmet's hot, the black coat's hot, and it's only 70 degrees out, so we'll see how long all this stuff lasts today. Anyway, we had our 12 minutes. Make sure you subscribe, that's the most important. If you click like if you like it. If you leave a comment, that's really cool. I don't even care if you don't like me comment. Most comments are bad anyway. And then ring the bell thing. I don't even know what that does, but it's important, I guess. So that's the video ride. A little bit of stock talk. I know it wasn't much, but just a little bit today. We'll get better as... Again, I had to just fix this motorcycle. So next week we'll do a little bit better. Okay. Next week. Like and subscribe.